we're early. Sometimes it's good to be early. But our show starts at a specific time. You should remember that. Let's get started then, shall we?
Dillon, I don't give a what you think about a co-host and freshen up my show.
It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just got to toss another person to make a statement.
My show's about the People's Podcast. Everyone has a voice. I don't need a co-host. Go listen to one of the other 5,000 shows with a co-host because they don't have a mouth like the big guy.
Opie, are you a career killer with Tim Sabian, yourself, and many others?
Be myself. Never had real issues with those people. They just understood that I was a different bird. The rest of them, though, I'm like, oh, shut up. I'm paying your salary because the ratings are so good, so shut up.
Right.
Live from
Somewhere.
it's
Dillon.
Good whatever to you. Whenever you are watching this, I am your co-host, Dillon. On this episode of Co-Host Auditions, we have Russell Hartley. This will be our second pickup artist. Our first one, Jad T. Jones. Captain Obvious is what we call him in the dating advice universe. Well, the advice universe in general. Captain Obvious, Jad T. Jones, didn't have much to say at all. And Russell Hartley, I'm using him as a yang to, who was yesterday? Tara Mooney's yin yesterday, because she's feminist. He is a pickup artist. She has mentioned Russell Hartley by name as disliking this fellow. And good for her. He did not stick around for long. He hasn't posted in about a year. He only has a handful of videos. Good morning to you in the audience. We are about to throw it to our host. Good morning, Rochi. Good morning, Cerberus Brandusa. I am dressed up as Russell Hartley would want me to. I try to do what my host would be proud of. So today, my hair is back. And with this button up, I look exactly like a limo driver. So a little bit of a going to church type vibe to match our host, Mr. Russell Hartley, who is reading from Reddit, a original concept that we have seen before with the Queer Eye guy, JVN. I cannot remember his full name, Van Ness. So Russell Hartley reacts to r/nice guys.
TBH, looking at you.
Cerberus Brandusa is absolutely right. Hey, after we're gonna go out here, let's forget about that wives shit and let's go fuck some whores. Very Ronnie the limo driver. I am going to have to get my Mambo scent on my neck so I can fully mimic Mr. the limo driver.
At you now from 7th. You got way better looking, no cap.
Okay.
Okay, I was just giving a compliment. Being nice.
It sounded a bit backhanded.
I don't know what that.
Okay, this is sounding a little weird on 1.25 speed. Let's back her on up to normal speed. Maybe that will help my comprehension skills a little bit. Let's see those beautiful white teeth. He went too far in the whitening of the teeth. He has blinded people. Wait till you see these.
Backhanded means.
Yo, what does that word even mean? Come on.
Oh, I just meant to say that you're low-key kinda hot now.
Good morning, G-Rob. We are reading from r/nice guys with Russell Hartley, and now we're getting into the meat of it. This guy doing a little bit of negging right off the bat of saying you're low-key kind of hot. And yes, Isaac Walmart, we will see Russell Hartley looking sharp, and I too am looking sharp. So we got this nice guy already starting with his negging.
You need to shut the up.
Not a bad idea, speaking through Pendulette. I mean, I do that as well. I've got my clips that I speak through, and I don't have one queued up now. So, boo me.
Why are you so distant?
Cause you act like a nice guy, and it's tiring behavior.
I don't act like a nice guy. I am one. A lot of people can vouch.
I am a nice guy. Do not try to take this nice guy mask off me, Scooby-Doo. I am a nice guy.
For me, you're just weird. You caught me at a bad time and I guess I gave you the wrong impression. I dunno.
If you have to call yourself a nice guy, you're probably not one.
Bet you've got a banging pair of on.
Oh, holy shit. This is just like Jonathan Van Ness. That is all you had for us? Man, I am really going to be pulling a lot of the weight here as your co-host if all you have to offer is, you're probably not a nice guy.
You.
Look at these.
And a nice tight hole.
It's going to get me struck. YouTube, the bots don't know the difference between those titties and censorable titties.
Match.
And you'll never find out about either.
Don't feel cute. You're a -1 at best. Have some respect when speaking to a 10.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, very Fred Norris. This guy is heavy on the soundboard. I like to do a little balance with my soundboard because we are here at the r/Nice Guys Reddit. And Gary Delabate, what are they looking
I
for?
want a commitment. I want to give a commitment. I don't want to have a commitment.
And I believe that's what these nice guys are looking for. Do you have more than one sentence to say about this one, Mr. Hartley?
That's horrible. Jesus. It's always so funny how the nice guys like flip and turn into horrible monsters.
Hey, I got your number
Nope. A single sentence he has to say about that.
from your friend at a bar last night. Saw you dancing and wanted to let you know you're not coordinated at all.
Okay.
Okay, that was a shitty reply. I was going.
What a shitty friend. Oh, you weird guy who was staring at us all night but didn't approach us? Yeah, have her contact information. Oh, that's a lie, isn't it? This guy is a professional creep. I'm sure he has his ways to get all of our numbers within minutes. And those were actually daddy milkers, Rochi. Those mummy milkers would be a YouTube violation, but hopefully the bots don't realize those are daddy milkers and not mummy milkers.
Going to take you to dinner, but now I'm thinking maybe I won't.
I'm speechless.
Okay, fuck off then.
I've never met you.
I guess nice guys do finish last with hot girls. Goodbye, art.
Jesus Christ. I mean, if you're going to be like, if you don't even have the balls to go get her number yourself, then maybe you shouldn't be texting her at all.
I'm getting 17 this year.
You are very insightful. I don't know if you're any better than Jad T. Jones or not. You've given us nothing. The next two videos will indeed be on the subject of sugar babies, so maybe Reddit just isn't his bag. And I didn't pull the first episode. He's got 4 of these. I pulled one from the middle.
Turning.
Very much like I do my girlfriends. They're in the middle. 5, 6s. Hey-o.
Not getting. Trying to help.
Thanks.
So what's a cutie like you do?
I didn't set up the drum set from when we knocked it down yesterday. I don't have the rim shots currently available.
For fun?
Listening to music and drawing.
Oh cool. I like anime, games, animals, nature, wildlife, etc. But my favorite hobby is making you blush. I smirk, leaning in close, biting your neck, kissing over each bite, as my tail curls around.
Okay, Fred Norris. You have not, you're overdoing it. You're doing it like the people who are trying to be Fred Norris. You are Jeffrey Norris. You're not doing these giggities with the utmost. You're too much on the button, like Opie when he was on that opening and closing the door button, talking about eating ass and getting pegged. I think Jim Norton. No, he was talking about some type of ass play, and Opie just scared of the topic. It just wouldn't take his hand off the button of that sounds good. That sounds bad. Oh, that's good. That's bad. Actually, that's a good drop in itself. The Simpsons. That's good. That's bad.
Around and slowly up your leg, lightly brushing against your crotch.
Dude. No thanks.
The role playing.
Does
sound warning in the past. You went up too high. Rochi wondering how popular is this video? 8,500 views. About just below 2,000 subscribers, and he has been inactive. Looked like he was active for just long enough to annoy the shit out of Tara Mooney, and since she was annoyed the shit out of him, I've got to see what he's up to.
Does size matter? Can I show you how big I am?
Not much, honestly. I think you might be getting bent out of shape. As the viewers, Rochi and others, were saying yesterday, they think Tara Mooney is a Karen. I think she's a step below that as a wet blanket, but getting bent out of shape over someone this benign is more Karen than wet blanket. You are pushing it now, Tara.
No,
It's 11 inches long.
I don't care. Bye.
Do you play PC games?
I said bye, dip it.
Why?
Cause I don't want to talk to some horny asshole. So get the out.
I'm not. Am I
Oh my
already
God,
out?
horrible. They just get so riled up if the girls aren't interested.
Bro, give people flowers they remember.
Yeah, I do have to be honest and say that's something I had to work on myself, of getting very upset and very bent out of shape with rejection, and much better at it now. Through my mid-20s, kind of neck beardy Mick angry Redditor, I am a nice guy type. So I apologize and I worked on it, and I am no longer angry McRedditor nice guy over there.
Remember it. I still remember who gave my first flower. It was so sweet.
I gave a girl a flower and her favorite ice cream once, and she went with someone else.
She belongs to the streets.
Wow. Never thought a girl would play The Witcher. Lol. Did you play it just because your boyfriend recommended it? Doubt you found it on your own.
And now we have a gatekeeper to the gaming universe. Gamers, let them in. They will learn to like you and fuck you when you say, no, you can't have the same interest as me. No, they will never fuck you. Silly bastard.
I've always enjoyed gaming, and I found this game by myself, and I very much enjoy this game. I don't need men to enable me in finding interests.
Okay, but that sounds f***ing fake, lol. Girl gamers are honestly ruining gamer culture, and you're just a loser.
But today we're trying to capture a...
I'm trying to not get laid over here. What the fuck are you doing? Maybe helping me or one of my buddies get laid, and then you'll invite your other girlfriends, and then we'll all get laid. What the fuck?
Poser.
These guys get so riled up if the girls aren't interested.
I just have one thing more to say. I don't think me and you would ever go good together, because I'm a highly sexually active person.
I'm not gonna tell you to stick your throbbing in my...
Damn, that was kinda bullshit.
And I am matching pretty well to Mr. Hartley. Dark jacket, he's got the white, I've got the red. Go with the man with the shiniest teeth on earth or the Satanist. Your choice.
I spent $55 for you to come out here and you just leave in an hour. I thought you were gonna stay here for the night considering it's late.
Are you actually mad about that? I'm sorry, but
I am happy that he's not smiling during this. I was getting a little bit blinded. I was going to have to do something about my monitor with those teeth.
I told you, my sister was worried about me.
You were safe and could have told her you were fine here. I am slightly mad that I wasted $55.
Well, it's sexist for me to fucking pay for everything, isn't it, you fucking bimbo?
Like that. You should have told me you were just gonna leave in an hour. I wouldn't have invited.
Oh, now I'm just getting lost in this madness. I've lost the plot. I know he's just pissed off now. And I was looking at my own dreamy eyes. Thank you, G-Rob. Good morning to you and Dela. And thank you for the compliments on the look. Yeah, one more button, and I looked way too limo driver. But here, I'm ready for church, and I am ready to pick up on the ladies, just like Mr. Jad T. Come over here. This smile will not blind you, like that smile.
Invited you.
I told you it was going to be expensive, and that it was far. I never once said I was going to spend the night, considering I don't know you in that area very well. Also, you never even brought up me spending the night.
Guys, if you can't afford her Uber, maybe you shouldn't invite her over.
So when I got into the sick, perverted world around Los Angeles, there is sugar babies and sugar daddies, sugar mamas and sugar cubs. And I was looking for an artistic woman. I had me my yoga body, and I do have enough, I can't compete with the sugar babies, the sugar cubs, to the sugar mamas that are just sexy and gorgeous. But I'm looking for the artsy ones that go to yoga. And the men looking for rich women, they will come across scammers. And women like this guy, they will come across men who have no business looking for sugar babies, who just want to pay for your Chick-fil-A and then you can both watch a movie back at his place because he's already paid for the subscription for the month. So that's the two things. If you're looking to fuck an older person, and it's also kind of a side job because you get paid for it. Ladies, there will be guys that can't afford you. Guys, there will be scammers.
Are you on birth control? I know it's a personal question, but kind of important to know.
Okay, I'm canceling Wednesday.
Do you like this? Well, no more.
Lol, I'm kidding, dude, relax.
I'm uncomfortable with these jokes.
Okay, sorry, I'll stop it, okay?
No, I'm still canceling it.
Well, that is your loss for being so...
For a hard pass, Dayla, do remember that Los Angeles women are very vain, so they stay pretty damn hot all over for quite a long time versus anywhere else in the country where life will get in the way of just looking the most gorgeous possible. Good morning, King of all diffs. We have got a pickup artist. Russell Hartley. Tara Mooney does not like this guy. And so far, he has said all of a sentence at every single one of these posts. And nice face there. I should have got that one.
So uptight, but okay. I'll just go to work and
And
make...
here, let me just be a little nerd. Ladies, there's a fucking nerd with his asthma here who needs to get a new inhaler because he's sucking at the end of this one. What a fucking nerd there. He does the whole
$900
thing.
in 12
Doesn't
hours.
do it for emergency.
Really? You're overreacting. Seriously. And you wonder why you're single.
And then why do you have to like explain like how much money you're about to go make instead? Like that's no good.
I called her a bitch, and she is ignoring me for a day. I have blown up her phone and I really like her. How do I get her to respond and forgive me?
Oh, you blowed up her phone. You already blew up yourself. You call, blowing up. You bombarded her. You said it yourself. You fucked it up. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
For every message you send her before she contacts you, she'll want an extra day before she does. However, this is not infinite. Her desire to be with you decreases with every text you send her, regardless of its content, because she asked to be left alone and you're not respecting that. You're showing her that you are...
This computer voice is almost as bad as Mr. Van Ness's reading. You're killing me. I don't know if... I think I might go to the next episode. I will give you a couple more minutes, but...
are selfish, because
this
you
is
want...
only slightly better than the Jonathan Van Ness reading Reddits.
To talk
That's
about what...
because he can't read for shit. Well, read aloud in front of the class. That was brutal. Jonathan Van Ness reading aloud in front of the class. And him doing these computer voices, being heavy on the drops button and giving next to no insight. I don't think I'm going to make it all the way through this. Let's just go a little bit further.
What you want, instead of give her what she needs. And that's not even mentioning the fact that there's a huge contradiction between you saying you really like her and calling her a bitch. The first to her is what you project, the second is what you really feel.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
What are you up to today?
Oh, fuck you. That's hilarious. Oh my god, is everything you got. One last one from this video, and then I'm going on to the next one, which is not Reddit related at all. You are testing me, Mr. Host. I may withdraw my request to be your co-host. Jesus.
Not sure yet.
Yes, you do. You're going to come see me, and then I'm going to on you. See how that works. Fake equals.
Off.
Snapchat equals.
Off.
Instagram equals.
Fuck off and die.
Photoshop pictures equals.
Off.
Shallow equals.
Off.
Not communicative equals.
Off.
If the above words did hurt your feelings, well, I guess the shoe fits. In that case, you know what to do. Wink, wink. I wonder
know what to do.
Who is left.
Ballsy bio. I like it.
TV.
No more. Yeah, we're on to the next video. This video is about sugar babies. Dating a sugar baby and not knowing it. I don't know how you wouldn't know it. But yeah, no more of that shit. I'm done. I can't believe you did so many more videos on that. Jesus, that's dunk.
The time I found out my girlfriend was a sugar baby, part 1.
Oh, and let's go to the TikTok type of view for this one, since you're doing this type of filming.
For those of you who don't know what a sugar baby is, it's basically a lady of the evening. And to clarify...
No, I disagree. A sugar baby is not a lady of the evening. It is a variation of a girlfriend and a hooker. It is in between the two. It is both a career and a relationship.
By that, there are varying degrees to sugar babydom, and you have the kind that like will just go out on dates with dudes for money, and then you have the kind that will go like all the way with dudes for money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess you've got to be at normal speed on all of these. You're a fast talker. I think they had a Seinfeld episode all about you. Oh no, that was a close talker. Judge Reinhold was the close talker.
My girlfriend was the latter. And buckle up, guys, because this story away with dudes for money. You know what I'm saying? My girlfriend was the latter. And buckle up, guys, because this story is a...
Gee, it was a fucking ladder, so you climbed all the way up to the building? Fuck yeah, Chippa. Get that drum set back up. We need it.
Doozy. I met this girl at the SLS Hotel. There's like a bar there underneath, very classy, called The Bazaar. I used to go there. They make the best old fashions in town, so I used to go there all the time. I saw this girl at the bar by herself. And, oh, by the way, if a girl is at a hotel bar by herself, that's usually a red flag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you just look like a rube, she'll come up to you. You don't even need to ask. She'll make it known.
And I'll never forget, she was wearing like a black semi-transparent like onesie, you know, with like a black brassiere underneath and like a black and gold LV Louis Vuitton belt. Like fucking gorgeous, like way too pretty to be hanging out at a bar by herself, but I was mystified. I chinked her glass and we started chatting.
Yeah, that is an outright denial. I feel like that was a sitcom plot once of just absolutely knowing and seeing all the signs of, is that a hooker? No. It doesn't matter that she checks everything off on the list to be like, is that a hooker? And probably yes. No, I'm going to go for it.
Chatting, and eventually I said,
likes me. She's just coming on to me. Single women do that to single men all the time. They initiate the contact just all the time.
Where are you staying? She goes, here, like in the hotel. This was a few years back, and it never occurred to me why a girl that lived in LA was staying in the hotel upstairs by herself. Oh,
how much of a fucking rube are you? We do need you and Jad T. Jones in a debate talking. You two are a couple of silly gooses. Hotel bars are indeed a great place to pick up women. If you were staying in a bar just off the strip of Las Vegas, all you need to do is wake up in the morning, go downstairs, look like a rube, and then you don't even need to go and do anything else that day. But don't make every day a hooker day. Don't make every day I'm just going to look stupid until approached by you'll do. That's one day out of your many day trip. You can still do things later in the day, of course. And
to be young.
That's all I got to say about that.
Naive. I can't say that she propositioned me or anything. She just kind of like insinuated that she like lives upstairs. She was like, do you want to have a nightcap? And I didn't know, even at the time, I didn't know what that meant. I just thought it meant to like have a drink at the bar together. And all I ended up doing was...
How do you not know this? That's a different type. Absolutely. The lot lizards at the truck stops. Fantastic place to pick up some ladies on the prowl. It's a different breed of working girl. They're in the same line of work, but the lot lizard and the hotel lizards, the hotel hose, they're two different breeds.
Was getting her phone number. And then I didn't see her for like a week after that. The next time I saw her, I invited her to go with me to a club. I went up and picked her up from her apartment, which wasn't near the hotel at all. And then we just went together to a club called Warwick. And from that night on, we started hooking up and hanging out. But it's not like I paid her anything. I had no idea. She told me as a job she was in PR. And at the time, she wasn't my girlfriend. We were just hooking up from time to time. We weren't dating. After a couple of months of this.
But you're just paying for so much of her shit and not realizing that there's transactions going on with sex for money. You fucking fool.
She calls me up one day and says she's getting kicked out of her place for some obscure reason. I said, it's all right. You can stay with me in my townhouse till you get sorted. So at this point, this girl's living with me and we're still not together. She's just...
And he's calling her a hooker. He said she was doing business up in that hotel room. Oh, Jesus Christ. Take it away.
In my house.
You're frustrating the shit out of me.
And the next thing you know, she's been there for a year. And whatever, I'm working, she's going to like her PR dinners, meeting with clients tonight, like all that stuff to handle the PR related side.
Oh, she handles it with both hands.
Of her job. And sometimes I would drop her off to those meetings and pick her up from those client dinners, and it was no big deal.
You remember The King of the Hill where Hank didn't realize he was a pimp? You didn't realize that you were a pimp, and then you ate her out later.
And I distinctly...
She's your girlfriend. Thank you for admitting this on the internet.
Remember thinking, wow, this girl's only 22 and she's killing it with these clients. I'm so proud of her. And also, it's been a fucking year now, so we're dating officially. And
I actually didn't pick up on that, Rochi. That is the exact same suit he was wearing. And as you've seen, this is a different sport coat than you guys have seen before. Do I have more suits than you do, sir? I do need to up my tie game. I do not have many ties to pick from, that's for sure.
And she was doing so well that she was finally able to afford for herself a penthouse loft over by the Grove in Hollywood with no roommates. So we transitioned her.
Yeah, that's expensive as fuck. The Grove is expensive as fuck. Actually, you get a little
out of my house, and she's in her own spot. I'd stay with her sometimes. She'd stay with me sometimes. It was great. And one time I spent the night, and she had to go to work the next day. So I was there on my own, and I was like, well, I'll just get the mail so she doesn't have to worry about getting it later. And I did, and I noticed all the bills were in some dude's name. Just because the bills were in some dude's name doesn't mean I was going to confront her about it. I mean, it could have been like her friend set it up for her. You never know. So I just kept it to myself till I figured things out. But something happens to you as an individual when you become...
You're figuring this out way too slowly, especially someone claiming to be a ladies' man and giving all of us advice.
Suspicious of...
How old are you, sir?
Your significant other. You know,
are you 22 and doing this? Do you just not have the life experience to realize what a hotel hoe and a lot lizard look like?
What I'm saying, you start to get this like feeling inside, and you kind of become a detective and so on. And don't get me wrong, I'm no saint. I'm definitely not. However, you just started to feel very insecure because that's what happens. And I'm not proud of this. And today I would have handled this a little bit differently, but this was a few years back. And I didn't want to confront her so that she can come up with a story on the spot. I just went into her phone when she wasn't around to match the name on the envelope with a contact list.
Let me just be as equally of a creepy stalker as women have been to me. Let me be the same douche that
and oh boy, did I find something. Turns out she wasn't paying the bills at the loft. She wasn't even paying rent at the loft. It was completely funded by some married dude with kids. Now it's confrontation time. When I finally showed her what I had found and things started to come out in the questioning,
things came out in the questioning out of two holes.
I discovered that not only had she never worked in PR, but all of those meetings and client dinners that I would take her to and pick her up from were actually rendezvous with Johns.
We know!
Needless to say, the relationship ended. And I don't even have a problem with sugar babies or prostitutes or hookers or whatever you want to call them. It's just that she didn't tell me. So in that relationship, I didn't have a choice. And to this day, I don't harbor resentment or anything. It's not like we're friends, but we're not on bad terms, like we're acquaintances. She still follows me on Instagram. There's pictures of her on my Instagram. But this was years back, and at the time, it definitely pulled the rug from up under me, emotionally speaking. And that's why I preach to you guys or girls, if you're honest and upfront with your intentions in the relationship, at least you give the other person a...
Yeah, the girl I was dating at the time, she was quite open with her sugar daddiness. She had not seen him in a while. And yeah, it was like, oh, I should contact him. Like, yes, contact him. Can we both profit from you fucking another guy? Because I was openly fucking other women too. She was a cam girl and a nanny, and I was also seeing a rocket scientist at the time at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. So that was a really fun time for me.
A choice to whether or not they want to be with you. And then that way you don't end up leaving disaster in your wake. So even if you want to live like a bachelor and have a revolving door in your bedroom, it's a healthier dynamic, and you'll be surprised how many people are down.
You'd think he was introducing to the Book of Mormon. And I have mentioned multiple times a polyamorous fellow, right? Everyone knew the scientist and the cam girl all knew about each other. It was the cam girl nanny that drug me down into the nice life of depravity. Thank you very much, nanny cam girl. And he has got one more video on this topic. Got a couple of chats in. Why is he in an empty room? oh my goodness, that's his home. Like, he lives like Stuttering John, where he just has like the bare minimum. This guy is a big fat phony, isn't he? Like, what he's saying, and yeah, being in a home, he has got that one home unfurnished. So that is what is going on there, isn't he? Oh, I need to get the Discord link. I didn't get the updated Discord link yet. I'm a boomer and have the old one currently in my things. I need to upload that, and we're at the halfway mark. So why not go ahead and get some shill segment out of the way. Thank you, folks, for joining today. You can reach me at dillonfromsomewhere@gmail.com for show producing, for writing, for editing, for lots of horseshit type of content. Do you need a voice for your radio play? I can help you out. And this video right here could use some help out as well. If you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You'll know when I go live. And that is right now 11:30 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday. I might be dropping Sunday. We'll see how it goes, but definitely 4 days. I've been doing 5 days. Gonna have to go down to 3 days soon because I need a job. I'm just fiddle fucking on the internet, having a hobby, treating it like a job right now. Thank you for listening to my nonsense. There is one more sugar baby, and look, he's got some furniture. That is very nice that he's got some furniture going there. Maybe that's all his furniture. Since he updated, he realized how shitty his place looked. Maybe that's some Rent-A-Center couch. So he has got to he's got to look nice with a Rent-A-Center couch. Some say if you listen hard enough, you can hear Joey C crying over Dabble's story. And well, I want to keep this show moving. I don't want to do that moment of silence. Oh shit, I didn't do a moment of silence Monday. Oh well. But I didn't make any 9/11 jokes on 9/11. So let me pat myself on the back for that one. Well, not publicly. I made myself giggle a few times with some zingers. Oh, yes, the Harrison Young interview. I forgot to mention. I brought it up earlier. There's De La on Harrison Young, right? There's, oh, yeah, it does look like a hotel. That might be a hotel as well. Let's go ahead and get into it.
The dark side of being a sugar baby.
And I did put this pre at 1.25 because that works with most people. Some it doesn't.
Part 1. I was reluctant to even tell this story because it seems like on this platform, there's a lot of people that are pro sugar baby, which I don't necessarily have a problem with, but I think it's important to reveal the dark side of it and how bad it can get. And at this point, fuck
the dark side of sugar babies coming to Vice. Because we're out of ideas. We're just stealing from the one show that people watch on our network.
Fuck it. I'm just going to tell all my stories. In a previous video, I told the story about a girl that I dated who was a secret prostitute, and we ended up breaking up because I discovered what was going on. Anyways, a few months had gone by since we had even talked. You talked more of her being a prostitute than you did of her actually being a sugar baby. Because we broke up. It wasn't the best breakup, and we just...
But... we do have to assume that you just bought like everything for her, and that's why you're so butthurt about it. Well, your pride should be very hurt as well of all the cum you unknowingly ate.
I wouldn't say we were enemies, but we certainly weren't friends. One night I was out with my friend. We did this whole Taco Tuesday ritual where we would go to Pink Taco on Sunset and then go to Bootsy Bellows, which is a club that was like popular on Tuesday nights. The club's kind of grody, but on Tuesdays, that was like one of the best spots. Anyways, my boy and I were at the bar having a drink, and then I get a tap on the shoulder. I turned around and it was my ex. The same one. Now, again, I don't hate her, but she was looking hot though. So we left together. And
oh my God, is she going to charge you this time? I'm loving this woman more and more. What's her number?
On the way home, she got a FaceTime call. So she...
I bet I'm not her type, though. I bet I don't get this treatment. I bet I get the hourly rate from her.
Crawls into the back seat, which is a very small back seat. It's like I'm driving a Camaro Super Sport 2, like made...
So you don't like large asses, a very small backseat.
For the track, like stick shift, all that, American muscle, you know. And so she crawls into the back seat to answer this FaceTime call at like 1:30 in the morning to pretend like she's in an Uber. Now, I knew she was hooking up with dudes for money. And frankly, at this point, it's not my business. So I keep quiet. I'm driving home while she has a little chat with this guy in the back seat. Everything about the conversation seemed normal as far as normal goes. But when she got off the phone call, she really seemed shook. Like she was genuinely afraid that he would find out that she was with another guy. So I asked her, I was like, are you okay? Is everything all right? And she's like,
oh boy, what rigmarole is she going to put you through? What needs to happen is you just get out here and I will drive your car the rest of your way. I like this sugar baby. She got some hustle.
Yeah, he's just some guy I'm seeing.
Roll him, sugar baby. Roll, Russell. Do it.
He gets really jealous about other guys. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. And again, we're broken up, so it's not my business. I'm like, cool, let it go. Anyway, so we finally get back to my place, and things start heating up and things start coming off. And then I saw the most fucked up thing I've ever seen in my entire life. At this point, we're in it. She's completely naked. Things are about to go down. And granted, this isn't my first rodeo. I know what to expect. I've been with this girl before, and this completely threw me for a loop. Right before I was going downtown, I noticed on the inside.
He was going to eat some more cum out of her. Oh my God, you fucking idiot. I love this woman. And you're a rube. You are a rube. You and Jad T Jones have a show together so we can throw tomatoes at both of you at once.
Of her legs right here, both sides were long scars from cuts. And I asked her, I was like, what happened? Are you okay? Like, I thought, I don't know. Maybe she was depressed. Who knows? But there were legit 4 or 5 lines on both sides of her inner thigh where she was cutting herself. It wasn't like that before. I was like, are you depressed or something? Like, what's going on? She goes, no, it's nothing like that. That guy from the FaceTime call, apparently he likes to see young girls bleed. And a part of their little arrangement during the act is her cutting herself a little bit.
I just had to take a moment to take that all in.
I had to stop. I couldn't do it. I felt
I got nothing to add, but
so bad for how things had progressed for her. I couldn't believe it had gotten that far. She became upset with me, but it gets worse.
Like, to her, that's just another service. I wonder if that was ever on her nose list. Like, have you gone to skipthegames.com and checked out what she says yes and no to? Actually, they don't have blood play on there. They don't allow that. But you can check out what she's into there on her escort profile.
After I had seen all the cuts and the marks on her inner thighs like that, I just couldn't do it. And she became mad at me, like, what's the problem? I'm like, girl, the problem is right there between your legs. So she left. She called herself an Uber.
Is the chat really censoring out jokes about Monday? That's funny.
And she left my house.
I am being a boomer. I'm looking for the Discord link. Yeah, I can do another post show in Discord. And this is why I don't want to quite take it over yet from Dayla. Thank you for setting up the Discord. But yeah, I cannot find the link to post. The one I currently have has expired. And I'm looking for it, but I'm boomering it up while this guy is fucking rubing it up. What a pair we make. See, Russell, we actually are a great team. The boomer and the rube. The young boomer and the dumb rube that tells all these stories that he shouldn't on the internet. Oh man, now I wish you were making more content. Thank you, Tara Mooney. I don't know why you dislike this guy so much. He's a parody of himself.
Oh, it's kind of in a fuss. I remember thinking after she had left, like, I felt so bad for her and how far down the rabbit holes she had gone. Because remember, we dated before it had ever gotten that bad. She used to be a bright, smiley, happy person. I mean, she's on my Instagram. You would never think in a million years she'd be that.
Really? These women who are all happy on Instagram don't lead happy lives. These people who put up a facade in picture form, they aren't really those happy facades.
That kind of girl that would go this far. Anyways, I texted her later and was like, I can't believe this has gotten this far. I really think you should reassess your life or whatever. It's not my business, but honestly, you need to take a good hard look at yourself. She never responded to that text message, but she calls me up 2 weeks later.
Take a good hard look at yourself, because every time I look at you, it's a hard look. Hey now.
Crying her eyes out, saying that sugar daddy never paid her for the session they had. She was going to come up with a scheme to blackmail this guy because apparently he has a wife and 2 daughters. She calls me up to explain the situation and tell me the plot to blackmail her sugar daddy. But apparently this guy was fucking loaded. He lived on Mount Olympus. He has a whole family.
Oh boy, you're really going down this rabbit hole. And okay, that does sound like the blood play doesn't sound like she is really going down the rabbit hole, but going down the blackmail role, that's not fair game and sugar babying. You really won me over up until this point, sugar baby, of doing the blackmail against the family thing. You've been paid by your sugar daddy to not talk. That is supposed to be in perpetuity, but I suppose she's supposed to be paid in perpetuity to keep her silence.
And he didn't want them to know about it. She's telling me all this, and I'm like, girl, don't do this. Haven't you ever seen any fucking movie? Like, this always will end badly for you. Then she got mad at me because I wouldn't help her, and she hung up on me. And that was the last time I ever spoke to her. And that's the problem with being a sugar baby. Just like with this girl, it started off small, some pictures for money. Then a dinner for some money. Then a little extracurricular date for money. And it just justification after justification after justification until the next thing you know, you're doing some super harmful shit. You're going to have bills every month, and it's just too much money to ever walk away from. It's like you...
That is more of an old school thing, keeping your mouth shut. The prostitutes of today don't do NDAs like they used to, or at all. Isaac Walmart is correct.
Put yourself in a prison, but the bars are made of gold. That was a tragic situation, but not a tragic ending. That girl got married to a very successful guy, and she seems happy.
A little epilogue. And she got married to a guy, and they seem happy. That should be my main event. I do have a few more of him, another video of him doing Reddit. He sucked so bad at that first one. Let's just go through one or two of these, because that's I do believe that's all he had there. Let's go back to that channel. Do you have any more personal talk?
The time I found
yeah, you do have almost getting attacked in Hollywood, story time. Yeah, fuck that Reddit video. Let's get more story time. You are a storyteller. Thank you,
the crazy Hollywood
Mr. Russell Hartley, for being a rube. Thank you for being a rube. De La says he put the link in the chat. I don't see it, but yeah, anyone wants to chat afterwards on Discord, I will be there. And all I have is my expired link. I just spent way too much of this time looking to see if I could find that link. Dr. Chow. Oh, he has some Dr. Chow going on there, doesn't he? Dr. Chow looks like a rat. Dr. Chow stole that StreamYard from Ari Jane. Very rat-like behavior. I saw that they actually did the show. I was unaware that Dr. Chow and Ari Jane actually did a show, but there are 3 episodes up. So tell us this story, Mr. Experienced Los Angelian.
Good story for you. Saw the video where I suited up Alex Oeda. This video right here. Those of you who don't know, Alex is a pretty famous TikToker, and that was the first day that we had ever met. So after we did the suit up video or whatever, I took us all to dinner. It was me, my manager, Alex, and a girl I was with. We all went to Catch, which is a really nice seafood restaurant.
Okay, you're boring me, sir. Okay, I'm once again being a boomer, asking people to put links in the chat if they're not a mod. Yeah, I can still try to do that for a couple of minutes. Take it away. This story doesn't sound as promising as you being a Ruby McRuberson.
Restaurant here in LA. Anyways, dinner was no big deal. We all got to know each other. I'd say Alex and I are even friends now. It's all good.
Thank you.
But then we went to leave. And when you go out of Catch, you go down this elevator and you go out the front door. And as we're walking out the front door, there's like this very gangster looking like Mexican dude, bald Mexican guy with a wife beater, and a black guy that we previously saw in the restaurant or were now fighting drunkenly in the street, literally right in the middle of the street. But you know, that's Hollywood. You just walk on by and go to your car or whatever. So we're going to my car, and then this guy goes, "Ayo," from behind me. And I turn around, and it's that Mexican dude and the black guy who are apparently friends now. The guy's like, yo, this is my boy, talking about me.
We saw a rube. They are about to roll you.
This guy in my life.
I think you need to move back to Idaho, Mr. Hartley.
I have no idea.
I don't think Hollywood is for you.
This is. The guy's like, "Yo, man, this is my boy right here. Oh, man, yo, I got something for you." And I was like, okay, like, what's going on here? I was legit scared because you never fucking know, man. Hollywood's a crazy place. And this guy's like, you know, he's wearing a wife beater, but he's like decked out, like jewelry, like some gangster shit, man. You know, drugs, I don't know, but definitely some gangster shit. This guy starts reaching into his pocket, and his boy's just standing there, like watching this all go down. I'm standing there with the girl I was with, and then.
And so that's why he's trying to look brave. Look, you need to look brave in front of your women. This is supposed to be a womanizing channel.
Alex too, and Alex is like,
you just have stories of you being an ass.
What the fuck? And this guy just pulls out like a wad of cash, like legit, just bills. I don't know how much, just bills, and he just puts it in my hand, like shakes my hand, like dap, you know, and then puts it in my hand, a lot of money. I'm just like, okay, but I realized that if I were to say, yo, no, I don't want your money or whatever, it might offend this guy. He was very drunk, and he insisted, so I was like, thanks, man. Alex was like, what the fuck? Did that guy just give you money? I was like, yeah, like $400. What the fuck?
He will come for you. You will not know when, but one day he will come for you. What do women actually bring to the table? Okay, maybe this is the one that upset Tara Mooney so much. How I made my... Yeah, we'll do one more of these. We'll get to TikTok and we will get on out of here. What do women actually bring to the table? He is asking. So, yeah, I can see how this can get Miss Mooney a little upset.
Bring to the table. Lately, I've been seeing this question asked everywhere. And if you're asking that question, you don't understand women or relationships at all. Let me prove it to you using the table analogy. If the table is the relationship, a man's responsibility is typically to put the meat on the table.
Oh, Isaac Walmart knows they will come for him.
And the woman's responsibility is typically to set the table. And what that means...
Just very insistent. I make the table or I buy the table. You set the table. What incident just happened? And we are... Is this your actual home? This is looking like an actual home. I don't think he's in a hotel this time. Same suit. He owns a suit. That is a great observation. I think it was Rochi. He owns a suit.
Means is that a woman civilizes a man. If it wasn't for women, most of you guys would be living in a one-bedroom apartment with a double bed, a single pillow, one blanket, one chair in your living room, and a sick-ass gaming setup. It would be...
I think that's what was going on with you before you got all this rent-a-center stuff, or maybe you're in your mom's house. I don't believe you, Mr. Hartley, but at least with these videos, he isn't on the drops button like a motherfucker.
The efficiency only. I know how it is. And I'm not saying that a woman's job is just to bring furniture in your house. I'm saying that a good woman won't let you play video games 12 hours a day because there's more to life. Women see your potential. They see what you can be a lot of times before you even do. And when they harp on you, it's because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing as a...
Let's hear from the woman who he tried to pick up on last night.
Leave me the fuck alone.
It sounds like he wasn't successful.
Man, women see you. They see you at your worst times. They see the parts of you that other people don't see. And
like your penis.
By some miracle, choose to love you anyways. And through that love for you, they will push you to realize that potential that they see in you. And also, they do this sort of instinctually. It's like a part of their process of selecting a mate. Like they're looking for the potential in men. And they see it. They see it in you. And when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, they...
Very right about that Ken doll hair, G-Rob. That looks very manufactured to a point of being not human.
Bitch at you and give you a hard time. And until you like straighten up and realize it. They help you.
Those teeth are so manufactured. Is that 5 o'clock shadow as long as it grows? Did you get some surgery to just permanently have that little bit of stubble to make you look gruff, but not unsightly?
To realize your potential. Some of them. If they're living with you and they see that you are squandering your potential, it's going to come out of them in very interesting ways. They're going to nag you. They're going to harp on you. They're going to be upset with you because they know you can be so much more than the lazy asshole that you probably are by default. Okay? So that is...
Yeah. I do get into those lazy spells. Even when I have stuff going on, those lazy spells feel nice.
What women bring to the table. They civilize men and teach them responsibility, the value of family, and community, all of which requires you to step up to the plate and become the best version of yourself to set an example for your kids and the people around you. That's what women bring to the table. I hope that helps.
Oh, Swerve. Swerve. He's actually in favor of women. He's actually telling us what women bring to the table, and it's being a positive. So we have got, first up, after our main segment, a song for people who are single by, how the fuck would you pronounce that? You know? By You Know. You Know.
If you're single, here's a song for you.
A new hit for all the single folks in the world. And now let's hear from a successfully married man. We have heard from this person before, and he has been married for quite a while. He's eccentric, but he found someone who loves him, Mr. Sam Barsky. And that was supposed to transfer over there. I hit the wrong darn button. Mr. Sam Barsky. Got it on the second take. Let's hear what Mr. Sam Barsky has going on today.
This is my roller coaster sweater that I'm wearing right now. I've always enjoyed riding roller coasters, even though I don't do it very often anymore. But that gave me the idea to make a roller coaster sweater. What you just saw was the front of the
Hold on,
sweater.
it's two-sided. I need a moment to appreciate that front side before we get to the back side, which is what Russell Hartley took it up. He took it up the backside metaphorically while giving it up to... Damn it. I thought I had some fun wordplay there. Fucking fail. Take it away, Sam Barsky. Oh, yeah. I wanted to look. It peters off there. It peters off. Is it going underwater there? The people kind of very, very well done work there, Sam.
Roller coaster sweater. What you just...
Whoa. And then we've got the loop-de-loop. And you will notice that that is not a perfect circle. Actually, it's wide. Instead of oval up. The reason it ovals up and not a perfect circle is because it really fucked people up when the roller coaster first came out, when they first had a loop and it was a perfect circle. That really fucks you up. So yeah, now it's the oval, but that looks more along the lines that will fuck you up, Mr. Barsky. I will not get on that roller coaster.
You just saw was the front of the sweater. Now this is the back of my roller coaster sweater that has a loop.
Oh, that's a quick one. Let's hear from Sam again. He's just so happy with himself.
This is my roller.
Why did I only pull one Sam Barsky? Silly me. Once I pop a Sam Barsky, I just can't stop.
Coaster sweater that I'm wearing right now. I've always enjoyed riding roller coasters, even though I don't do it very often anymore. That gave me the idea to make a roller coaster sweater. What you just saw was the front of the sweater. Now this is the back of my roller coaster sweater that has a loop.
A loop. I don't know if he has that in his merch store. If you do recall, you can get t-shirt versions of Sam Barsky's sweaters. Just check out his TikTok page and you can find them. And they, I guess making sweaters of his sweaters would not be cost effective for a merch business, but he's got merch. I don't, so he's got that on me. And his sweaters come in human sizes and doll sizes. So if you would like to get one of those shirts for your doll, Sam Barsky has it. I don't know when his due date is. He has been that pregnant in every single video I've seen of his. De La. Up and down game with Bobo. Just get Sam Barsky to talk about knitting. Our favorite knitter from Baltimore, Mr. Sam Barsky. We have one more video to get to before the sexy clown, and we are checking out Chicago's hottest couple. So they have a few mukbangs.
What's up, guys?
Chicago's
Lauren and
hottest
Grady
couple.
back at it again, fresh off a 15-mile rollerblade on the lakefront. If you see us out there, say what's up. Needless to say, we're starving, and tonight we got, for our money, maybe the best burrito.
But don't be confused. She needs a human-sized Sam Barsky sweater knockoff. If you get a doll-sized for a real doll, it's not going to work.
Go in the city. Vegetarian.
That would be a nice little loophole to get Sam Barsky's sweaters for doll-sized, but my doll is the size of a human, so you must give me doll prices.
Burrito smothered in queso, some chips and queso on the side. Don't even know if the video will do it justice, but it is dripping in cheese. And we're going to add some hot sauce. Let's get into it.
That's not the only thing that's going to be dripping tonight. Looks like a Crunchwrap Supreme. It looks good. So, what do dolls eat besides cum? Oh, it's just cum? All right. The doll eats cum.
The cheese makes it's almost like a quesarito. It's like a reverse quesarito because there's so much cheese on the outside.
Just very calm and collective about this. Another 40 seconds to go of this mukbang. He can't feed her on stream. He'll get kicked off of TikTok for feeding her his cum. Okay, now we will go over to Strip Chat for her dinner time. And that eating like that is why you have a doll and not a woman, sir. You got a little bit gross there. I got to do this at times when I get too gross in front of ladies. And as promised, a sexy clown. This is Grim Lynn. 2 quick videos from Grim Lynn.
And why aren't you in uniform?
So we have a nice little before and after of Gremlin, and we also have one more. I don't imagine this would get me a copyright strike. It's the circus theme, but you can make new versions of themes and copyright those. Here we go. Yay. 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 I do love that balloon cock. I like that even more than the real doll. That was Gremlin. She has a few things going on. I do not know if she has a spicy page, but those videos certainly would lead one to believe that she does. And I feel like I got more advice from Gremlin in those moments than I got from Jad T. Jones and Russell Hartley combined. Oh, man. Russell, you would get a second part before Jad T. Jones if you kept making videos. You are quite the storyteller. You tell things to and he's kept it up there for over a year now, those stories. He hasn't come to his senses that, oh, hey, this is really embarrassing. Are you on TikTok? Are you on something? I need more Russell Hartley. Tara Mooney, you have no reason to worry about this chauvinist. He is a parody of himself. He's a goof. There is nothing. Oh, man. The army of Hartley is like the army of Hatley. Just laughable. That does it this week for co-host auditions. And yes, we will do a little voice chat in the Discord afterwards. I believe I still have that copied. Yes, paste. Thank you, Dabble Storian, for helping a old young man out. And it's just a button. I don't know why I couldn't find how to copy that link. So we'll do a little voice chat after this episode. tomorrow, another TikTok around the clock. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything on Sundays going forward. I did want to start scaling it back, start actually looking for a job that pays money, no matter how little subreddit surfing pays. I actually never even asked. I just wanted to do it. They never said, and I never asked. I just want to do this job. I want some producing jobs on my credit. And you can, you're a contributor, producer. There's a few more duties that I've been slacking on doing that I would offload on a producer officially, because there's just some simple things I need to do once I get into the groove of doing a few little things like an audio version. I need to start throwing that up because there's people that listen to audio only. There's people who prefer video. Not the TikTok show. I feel that is way too visual. Carl Hamburger tries to make it work, but to me, that one's too visual. So co-host auditions coming soon, audio wise, once I get my shit together. Next week, I'm going to do Trisha Paytas. The Just Trish podcast is actually never just Trish. It's her and a producer. She's got guests. So I'm going for an older version. And Dela, I will not torture you. She has two versions. There is one that's an ASMR talk show. I will not do that to you. I know I will not annoy 10% of my fan base. One person equals roughly 10%. So I will do Trisha Paytas, I don't know, Monday, Tuesday, but I've been picking out some more video essayists, definitely another TikTok around the clock. Sunday, there might be something new, a new experimental show. That's where I'm throwing pilots. So possibly something on Sunday, but for sure going forward, Monday through Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. And that's about it for today. So I must thank you all once again for joining. And until next time, feel free to go away.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. It's fun being with friends. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Places all join hands, circle left. Now circle right and listen to me. LSMFT. Elementary corners like swinging on a gate. To right to your honey with the right left date. Grand right and left around you go. Lucky strike means fine tobacco. Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LSMFT. Promenade and don't you fall. Promenade around the hall. Lucky strike is first again with tobacco men. Promenade straight down the pike. It's time right now for a lucky strike. Yes, for smoking that you're bound to like, you just can't beat a lucky strike.